What's up, movie fans? I've wanted to do this video ever since The Mandalorian finished last month. I have been trying to do a bunch of videos for the end of 2019. So I didn't get to this until now. I am going to rank all 4 canon TV shows of Star Wars. So yeah, that includes The Clone Wars, which has 6 seasons. I have seen all 6 of them. I don't exactly remember a lot of the stuff because I was younger when I saw it, but I've been rewatching it, so I've seen most of it at this point. It's actually getting a 7th season next month. And then there is Rebels, which has 4 seasons, and I've seen 1.5 of them. Resistance, which has 1 season, but the 2nd season is airing right now. I've only seen the first one so far. And then finally, there's The Mandalorian, obviously, which only has 1 season. Yeah, I've seen most of all of the shows, or Rebels, I've sort of seen most of it. You know what I mean. So I'm going to rank all 4 of them based off of what I have seen so far. I just want to say at the beginning here, this was a really, really hard list to do. I think that all of these shows have something good about them. Just all of them have some really good episodes. They're all really good. But let's just get into it. So last place at number 4, Resistance. I think that it's a fun show. I think that a lot of the episodes are really, really fun. It's pretty easy to watch. It's sort of just a turn your brain off and watch show. And it was aimed towards younger audiences, so that kind of makes sense. But since it is for kids, it doesn't really have a lot of the same stuff that makes the other 3 shows really good. It does come in last for me, but I still think that it's a good show. Now, number 3 is Rebels. Now, I had heard people before I watched this say that Rebels was not good. I still wanted to watch the show, even though people had said that, because I wanted to make this video. So I watched it, and I don't understand what those people were talking about. I don't think that it's as good as the other 2 Star Wars shows, but I think it is a pretty good show. I think that every single character it introduces, like Ezra or Kanan, or even smaller characters like Zeb or Hera, all of them have interesting backstories and interesting arcs, and they dive into explore the arcs really, really well. I think that they all are interesting characters. They all interact well with each other, and focusing on them, I think it manages to be a really good show. So I think that this show is good. I think that it's underrated. I honestly don't think that there was ever any doubt on what the top 2 were going to be. If you've seen videos or just people talking about these, or if you've seen all 4 of these shows, you already know that it's no competition on what the top 2 are going to be. So I guess number 2 is The Mandalorian, the only live-action Star Wars show. The other 3 are animated. I think that this show is pretty good. I think that Mando, or Din Djarin, whatever you want to call him, he's an interesting character. He has a very interesting arc. I think that Baby Yoda is adorable. I don't think that there's anyone out there who doesn't think Baby Yoda is adorable. If you don't think that Baby Yoda is adorable, you're a monster. I'm kidding. You can have your own opinion, but seriously, Baby Yoda is amazing. I also think that some of the other characters it introduces, while not amazing, are mostly good. And I think that this show and Rebels are very, very close. I honestly only have this above Rebels by just like a little bit. I do have to admit, I only think that 5 of the episodes in this show are like really good. There's one that I think are okay, and then episode 5 and episode 6 of this show are just really bad. I don't like those episodes at all. The other 6 episodes I think are mostly good. I feel like for half of the season they just totally took a break from the actual story. I still think that this show is pretty good. It's enjoyable. There are times when I don't think it's that good. So now number 1 obviously is Clone Wars. You should watch Clone Wars if you haven't. For me, Clone Wars makes the prequels, which I don't really like the prequels that much. For me, Clone Wars makes them a lot better. It establishes Anakin and Obi-Wan's friendship way better than the prequels did. You see the scene in A New Hope where Obi-Wan's like saying he was a good friend, and then you watch the prequels and you're just like, no he wasn't, he hated you. And then you watch this show and you see, oh wow, they really were friends. This show fixes so many of the problems that the prequels had, and it takes so many of the characters from the prequels, like Kit Fisto or Plo Koon, who like had no screen time at all, or maybe like a little bit, and it makes them like great characters. It gives them great arcs. I just really think that the show is good, and some of the new characters like Asajj Ventress or Ahsoka, I think that they are both great characters. Darth Maul's return is awesome. I think that this show is great. It's a great show. If you haven't seen it, you should watch it. But warning, don't watch the movie. The Clone Wars movie is terrible. Never watch the Clone Wars movie. I guess that's about it. So if you enjoyed the video, leave a like and subscribe, and see ya, movie fans.